So I just start the video. So you can sit on a block or not if you like. Just for a few moments, not for too long, just to sort of really ground ourselves to being here and being present. And so it doesn't matter which leg is in front, we'll change the crossings in a minute. Just find yourself able to sit up nice and tall. Bring your shoulders up and back and down. And you can have your palms face up if you like, or just in your lap. And just take a moment just to check in. See how you're feeling, how you're doing, how your breath is in your body. And then start to just take that conscious breath in and out through the nostrils. Maybe lengthening the inhales and the exhales just a little bit, filling up the lungs so that your belly inflates and your ribs expand. And just taking these first few moments to maybe start that Ujjayi breath as well, that victorious breath by constricting the base of your throat so that you make that sound, but with your lips closed. I find this was quite hard. I found it was quite hard when I first started doing this to keep it continually throughout the whole of my yoga practice, but now it's just like a second nature, and it really sort of brings my attention to my breath. So if you don't do anything else today, even if you come into a child's pose and take a bit of a rest, just keep with that steady, fluid breath. And then just before we start to move in our warm-up, can you bring one hand onto your solar plexus and one hand onto your heart space? Just this sort of action of your hands there, really sort of holding yourself firmly, just sort of grounds you, brings you here. And I want you to go through 3 different things I'm going to suggest to you internally. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to think of the intention that you have for your practice or for the day ahead. So how you want to feel by the end of the day, or how you would like to express yourself during this practice, or what you want to bring to your day. So we're starting off with a little bit of intention. So it's not just our physical movements, it's more, a little bit more. And these are the things that I do before each and every yoga practice. I'm practicing on my own. And the next thing would be to think of something in your life for which you're really, really grateful right now, right in this moment. Something in your life or someone in your life. And then the third thing is just to think to yourself in your mind as though you're speaking to someone you really love dearly, but you're actually saying these words internally to yourself. Say something really kind to yourself, something loving, something that you really like about yourself. I know it seems quite difficult sometimes to do that, but it's a really good practice to get this sense of self-appreciation. One more breath here, breathing in. Opening your mouth and sighing out. And again, inhale. And as you exhale, opening your eyes if they're closed, and just reaching your hands behind you and changing the crossing of the legs so that the other shin is in front, just to warm up a little bit. So breathe in, reach the arms up, interlace the hands and press the palms up. Find nice length through both sides of the waist. And then exhale, bring your right hand down as the left arm sweeps over to the side, look underneath that left armpit, ground through the left hip. Inhale, come back to center, and go in the other direction, looking underneath the arm, grounding through the right hip. One more time each way. Inhale, come back to center, maybe the elbow comes closer to the floor, ground through the opposite hip. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale in the other direction. Lovely, everyone. And then come all the way back to center, taking that twist, just bringing left hand towards right knee, right hand behind. And then lengthen as you inhale, and twist a little bit as you exhale. Breathe in, come back to center, and then take the other side. Inhaling as you find space, and soften the belly as you exhale. Twist from the thoracic spine. Lovely. Come back to the middle. Hands come into a tabletop, finding yourself in a tabletop. And let's just move through 3 cat and cows. That's all, just easing into the spine. So breathe in, bring the tailbone up. Let the front of the body lengthen, look up, squeeze the back of the body. Exhale, round the back, look between the knees, find breath and movement together. Stay with that Ujjayi breath if you are using it. 2 more, inhaling, finding the cow position. And exhale, round the back. Press the ground away. Lovely, inhale, looking up. You can always breathe in and out through your mouth if your nose is blocked. Exhale, round the back. Gorgeous. Then come back to center. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Maybe the index or middle finger is facing forwards. And then tuck your toes underneath and just hover your knees. So just starting to activate a little bit through the core, holding us steady in our center. Press the ground away so that you protract a little bit through your shoulder blades. Hover your knees just so that they're about maybe 2 or 3 centimeters off the mat. Keep hugging that low belly in. And stay with that smooth, steady breath. I know it's hard. Breathing in. Try and keep the back of the neck long. Breathing out. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Then inhale. Start to straighten knees. Find downward facing dog. Good. Exhale. Come forwards to a plank. Bring your knees to hover. Good, and then inhale, lift your hips up again. Move through that a few more times. Downward facing dog. Exhale, come forwards to a plank. Bring your knees to hover. And then inhale, hips reach up to the ceiling. Yeah, 3 more. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. Exhale, knees hover. Breathe in, reach the hips up. And breathe out to stay. Lovely. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. Just 2 more. Exhale, hover the knees, hug the belly in. Good job. Inhale, reach the hips up. And exhale to stay. 1 more. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, knees hover. Lovely. Inhale, reach the hips up. Your wrists should be feeling it now, mine are. And exhale, stay in your down dog. Maybe bend one knee, bend the other if you want to. You want to feel a little bit of ease through the back of your legs. Otherwise, find stillness in downward facing dog. Continuing to warm up just a little bit more. Reach the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Ground through the left heel as you lift that right knee up higher. And try and square the shoulders a little bit more to the front of the mat. Lifting that right knee up higher. And then exhale, square it off. And step that right foot to the outside of your right hand so that you're in a lizard lunge to start with. And just walk back and forwards a few times. Just feel into the hip. Go where it's good for your body. Remember, you can bring that knee down if you need to. Lovely. And then bring the knee down. Good. Inhale, come forward, straightening into that right leg. So don't forget you can bring your blocks underneath your hands if you need to, or your hands walk back. And breathe out, come forward. So just moving backwards and forwards a few times. Inhaling, coming back. And exhale, come forwards. Feeling that hamstring and the hip flexor as well. Inhale, come back. And as you exhale, stay forwards and then heel toe that right foot to the side. Maybe you're coming onto the outside edge of the right foot, onto the pinky toe edge, and perhaps holding onto the inside of that right thigh. Maybe turn and gaze towards the back of the mat. Good, and if it suits your body, you can bend that left knee and reach the right arm around, grab a hold of that left foot. Good. If you do have a hold of it, just press the foot against the hand. Feel a little bit more activation in the left quad, but also feel openness in the shoulder. And then exhale, release. And then bring that right hand down. And step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Go through a little vinyasa, so come forwards to a plank as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down onto the belly, just for this first time. Coming into a locust, interlace the hands behind your low back. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders towards each other as you lift the chest, keep the back of the neck long. And then lift the feet, the knees come up. Maybe you want to try touching the balls of your feet, the soles of your feet towards each other, and notice how this activates your glutes a little bit. Hug your low belly in, keep looking towards the top of the mat, a little bit forwards. And exhale, lower down. Release the hands underneath the shoulders, press back, if you like, through a reverse plank, and then downward facing dog. Just warming up still. Left side, left leg raises up. Bend that knee and open the hips, try ground through the right heel. Lift that left knee up higher, so really reaching up from the knee, and try and square off the shoulders a little bit, as much as you can. Good. Take another breath in. And exhale, straighten up that leg, hips center, and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And then maybe bob forwards and back a little bit, just feeling into the hip socket. Go easy with your hips, Ali. Go forwards and back, just feeling how your hip flexors feel, how your hip feels. And then bring that right knee down. Lovely. Moving into Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhaling, coming back, keeping the back straight as you can. And exhaling, bending into that left knee. Drawing the shoulders back towards each other if you like. Inhale, come back. Don't worry if your breath is the opposite way around to mine. Just keep that attention on your breath. Exhale, come forwards. Inhale, come back. Lovely, and then exhale, come forwards again. Heel toe that left foot to the side. And then maybe bring your, come onto the outside edge of that left foot if you like. And bring your left hand to the inside of that left thigh. And then turn and open, maybe look towards the back of the mat. Or if it feels okay, bend into that right knee, reach the left hand around and grab a hold of the foot. And then I like to press the foot against my hand and open into the left shoulder, feeling a little bit of energy through the right quad muscle. Stay with that breath, and then exhale, release the foot, come back to center, and downward facing dog. Oh, I love down dog. One breath here, inhaling, and exhale. Inhale, come forwards to a plank. And let's go halfway down, chaturanga. Just hold it here, breathe in. Hug the elbows in, breathe out. Stay with me, everyone. Don't go into up dog yet. Then inhale, come up to upward facing dog. I know you've got an excuse, Ali. Your shoulders. And then downward facing dog. Well done. Breathing in and breathing out. I told you this is my favourite, so I'm familiar with all this. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, and just journey your feet until they're behind your hands. Coming into nice Uttanasana, forward fold. Just let your legs be as long as you need them to be, or as bent as you need them to be. Relax the neck, look between your legs. Hands can be on the ground, or you can hold on to the opposite elbows, your choice. Maybe sway left and right. Get a sense of balance and reconnect the breath. Lovely. Next breath in, roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Shoulders roll back and down. Lovely. We're going to move through that variation of sun salutation just 2 times on both, starting off with both sides, that we do. Well, you'll know when we do it. Don't know what to call it. It used to be called no chaturanga salutation, but I've put a chaturanga in it now. So, let's go. Inhale, reach the arms up. You'll know what I'm doing when I do it. Exhale, come all the way down. Uttanasana, swan dive forwards. Just movement and breath, that's all this is. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, hands down, right foot back, right knee down. Good, inhaling, the arms reach up. And then exhale, coming into a pyramid, both hands down, straighten the front knee. Maybe the toe flexes up. Inhale here, stay. And then exhale, bend that left knee, reach the arms all the way up. Inhale here. And exhale, both hands down, step back to a plank. Breathe in your plank. And then exhale, either knees down or chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Just breathe and move. Inhaling. Lovely, everyone. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, right leg rises, inhale. And breathe out, right foot forwards, left knee down. Gorgeous, inhale, arms stretch up, lengthen through that hip flexor on the left. Exhale, both hands down, pyramid pose. Straighten the front knee, toes can reach up if you like. Inhale to stay, try and hug the inner thighs. Exhale, bend that right knee, reach the arms up, and take a breath in. Inhale. Exhale, both hands to the top of the mat, step the back foot forwards, fold. Lovely, inhale, halfway lift, and breathe out, fold. Press through the feet, the arms reach up, root to rise, look up, stretch up. Standing backward if you like. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time on the other side, starting on the left. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Breathe out, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, hands down, left foot back, left knee down. Breathe in, Anjanasana, low lunge. And exhale, both hands to the top, pyramid pose. Breathe in here, hug the inner thighs. And breathe out, bend into that right knee and reach the arms up. Pause and breathe in. And exhale, both hands down, step back to a plank. Inhaling your plank, firm the core. Exhale your way through your vinyasa. So you can vary it each time. Inhaling to your back bend. And taking that breath back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, straight up. Exhale, step that left foot forwards, right knee down. Breathing in, the arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, both hands forwards, pyramid pose. Inhaling, toes can face up if you like, hug the inner thighs. Exhale, bend into that left knee and reach the arms up. Pause and breathe in. And then exhale, both hands to the top of the mat. Step the back foot to meet the front, fold. Lovely, inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back of your body. And exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, look up and stretch up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good, moving on with our flow now. So inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, fold forward. So all the time just breathing and moving, focusing on the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, go through a vinyasa, step or hop back, meet me in down dog, or skip it all together, using your breath, one breath per movement. Lovely, from down dog, reach the right leg up and back, bandha charges to start with. Exhale, bring that right knee to right tricep as you come forwards to a plank. Lovely, inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, knee into your nose, really hug it in close up to your chest if you can. Inhale, reach that right leg up. And then exhale, cross it over towards the left tricep. And then straighten that right leg out to the side, weight into the right hand. Left arm reaches up. Finding a rock star for a triangle. And then reach that left arm forward so that you're having a nice stretch from the back of the left foot to the left fingertips. Good, left hand comes down. Breathe in, reach that right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee, open the hip. Stay here if you like, or come into your flip dog. Bringing the sole of the right foot behind, sinking the hips first and then lifting up into this nice open heart position. One more breath in. And then exhale, come back halfway. So if you're in that hip opening, find yourself in a side plank Vashisthasana. You can also, obviously, you can stack that right foot in front halfway if you need to, that's fine. Otherwise, take this variation, press down into the left foot, into the left hand, reach up through the right fingertips, grow strong. And then start to bend that right knee, look forwards, do your best, see if you can step the right foot to the top of the mat. Finding yourself in a lunge with your left hand down, right arm up. Breathe in here, reach that right arm up, find an easy lunge twist. And then slowly start to come all the way up to standing into a revolved lunge. So the right hand comes back towards the left thigh and the left arm reaches up and over. So this should feel a really nice, so if you bring your right hand down towards your left leg, you should feel a really nice length all the way through that side body. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to bring that left tricep towards the outside of the right knee. Palms come together, finding a nice twist. So pressing the palms together, strengthening through the back leg, getting a nice lift and maybe looking up to the ceiling over your right shoulder. One more breath here. How is your breath? And exhale, come back to center. Reach the arms up into this high lunge for a moment. And then transitioning to warrior three. So you can reach your arms forwards in a leaning lunge. If you want to challenge yourself, keep your arms forwards. Otherwise, you can bring your hands to your heart or even onto that standing thigh. Finding warrior three, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other so you've got this almost like a locust position in your body. Lovely. If your hands are forwards, bring them to your heart. And we're just going to do 5 little squats on this right leg. So exhale and bring that right knee behind the left, bring the left knee behind the right shin. Come back to center, warrior three. And then exhale for 2. Inhale to straighten. Exhale for 3. 4. Inhale to straighten. Exhale for 4. See how low you can go without touching the floor. Inhale to straighten. Last time for 5. Whew. Inhale to straighten. I know. Come all the way up to center. Bend into that left knee. Put the left foot down. Grab a hold of the right foot. Give you a chance to stretch out that right leg. Reach the left arm forwards. Kick the right leg back. Find a dancer's pose. Stay with that breath. Stay with that drishti. Focus for 5. Stay with it. 4, 3, 2, kick up more. 1, come back to center. Bend the right knee, right foot down. Transition back into warrior 3 with the left foot back. So you're standing on the right leg again. And then slowly bend that right knee, step back into warrior 2. A little bit of a tricky transition. So turning the hips to face that left side. Good, I'll turn around. Strong warrior 2. Sit down a little bit more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a peaceful warrior. Keep that bend in the front knee. Stay strong. Inhale here through the right side body. And exhale, come back to center. Ooh. Straight in the front knee again. Finding that Trikonasana. So nice familiar territory. Reach forwards. Find length in the sides of the waist. Turn and open the left shoulder so it's in line with the right. Reaching left fingertips up, right fingertips down. Finding length in the back of the neck. Finding length in triangle shapes in the whole of your body. Good. And how is your breath here? Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Now start to bend that right knee. Left hand on left hip, moving into half moon pose. So all these familiar poses, just my favorite poses that I like to take at the moment. Turn and open that left hip so it's in line with your right. If you can, flex the left toes. Reach the left hand up. Good. If you want to, you can grab a hold of that left foot. Get a nice openness in the front of that left leg. Nice little bit of sensation of a back bend, heart opener. Nice bit of balance. And then release that leg. Start to fold forward, squaring off hips and shoulders to the top of the mat. Right foot is forward. Find standing splits. Maybe relax your gaze to behind you. Perhaps hold on behind that calf. With your right hand, maybe with both hands. Ground through the big toe. Notice where your breath is. And then both hands down. Step back into a downward facing dog. Lovely. From here, you know what's coming. Your favorite. Turbo dog. Yes. Hug the elbows. Hug the elbows in towards each other. Don't let them go out. And just hold the elbows as low as you can. Relax the neck. Look behind you. Stay with your breath for 5, 4. Can you get them a little bit lower? 3. Try not to look at me. Try and just look behind you. 2. And then 1. Rest the forearms down. Walk your feet closer to the elbows. Come into dolphin. Keep pressing into the forearms. Not into the elbows like me. And then lift up the right leg. Reach the right leg up high. So you're a 3-legged dolphin. And then exhale. Put the left foot down. Change sides. Inhale. Reach the right leg up. Keep pressing into the forearms. And then put the right foot down. Walk the feet backwards to find yourself in a forearm plank. Just breathe here. And then as you breathe out, knees, thighs, come all the way down. Find a sphinx for a moment. Open up the space. Draw the backs of the shoulders towards each other. And then lower all the way down. Hands under shoulders. And press back into a breathed child's pose. Not here for too long, just for 1 or 2 breaths. Reach the fingertips long, find a nice length and space in the back of the body. Good. Come back to center. Alright. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Ready for the other side? Yay. Inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky. For those banded charges, exhale. Come forwards into bring that knee to the left tricep, high as you can. Inhale, reach the left leg up. I don't really know what that move's called. Chaturanga, I think, or high plank. Bring the knee into the nose. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Breathe out, cross that left leg over to the right tricep. Straighten that leg out to the side, the left leg out to the side. Weight into the left hand as you reach the right arm up. Lovely. Steady yourself, get that strength in the balancing arm, and then we'll reach the right fingertips over your ears. Lifting that left side away from the mat if you can. Take a breath. And then exhale, right hand down. Pivot and bring that left leg up to the sky, flip the dog, find wild thing. Maybe sink your hips first. That just helps me to get a little bit of a more square angle in my hips up towards the ceiling. And then come back halfway, excuse my back, and find your Vashisthasana, your side plank. So don't forget, you can stack that left foot in front of your right. You can stack both feet. You can take a starfish or any variation that you want. Do the same on both sides. If you're shaking, that's okay. Lift that left knee up. Close to your chest, look forwards, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Don't worry if you need to use your hand to help you, that's fine. Right hand down, and the left arm reaches up. Find an easy lunge twist. And then continue to let that left arm reach up and lift you out into that revolved lunge, bringing the left hand towards the back of the right thigh and the right arm up and over. Inhale here. And exhale, bring that right elbow towards the left, outside of the left knee. Come into that prayer twist. I'll try and turn so you can see me a bit more. I don't think you need too much there. Press the palms against each other, get a nice lift. Maybe look up to the ceiling of that left shoulder. Oh, I'm wobbling a bit. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Reach both arms up, find a high lunge. Just for a moment before we come into warrior three. Breathe in here. Exhale into the leaning lunge. Arm variations that you did on the other side. And then transition into your warrior three. Getting yourself steady here for a moment. Hugging the inner thighs. You're going to take 5 of those one-legged squats. Ready? Inhale first. Exhale. Bend that left knee. Try and bring your right knee almost to the floor. Behind that left calf. Inhale. Straighten the right leg up. Exhale. 2. Breathe in and straighten. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Straighten. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Straighten. Exhale. 5. Good. Breathe in and straighten. Come all the way up. Bend that right knee. And place the right foot down. Dance the pose on the left side, so bending that left knee, reach around. Ideally, hold on to the inside of that foot. You know the way to do it. And then start to kick the foot against your hand, and maybe start to reach the right fingertips forwards as you kick the left foot back. Try and keep those hip points both facing down rather than letting the left one open up. For 5, stay with your breath. Kick back more. 4. 3, palm can face up in the front hand. 2, and 1. Slowly come back. Put the left foot down. Weight into the left leg. Transition back through warrior 3. Start to reach the right leg back. Breathe in, bend into that left knee, and turn and face the right toes to the right, warrior 2. Exhale here. Just pause a moment, get your breath. Lengthen the arms, get strong in the arms. Inhale. And exhale. You'll look amazing. Inhale, take that peaceful warrior. Reach left arm up, right arm back. And exhale to stay. Come back to center. Straighten the front knee. Heel to the back foot in a little bit. Prepare for your Trikonasana. So reach and reach, find the length. So I don't really mind if I don't touch the floor. I'm just trying my best to get all these different shapes of a triangle in my body to find length and strength. Sides of my waist, my legs, my breath. Lovely. Next breath out. Start to look ahead of you. Bend into that left knee. Maybe right hand on the hip. Come into half moon pose. Taking whatever you did on the other side. So if you came into a regular half moon or maybe hovered the front fingertips. If you took Chapasana by bending that top knee. Can't remember if I did on the other side, but ideally find balance. Inhale here. Yes, I did. Opening up space in the front of my body. Finding a bit of groundedness and strength in my standing leg. One more breath. Breathing in, finding that balance. And breathing out, let go if you've got Chapasana. And then square off hips and shoulders to the floor for standing splits. And then if you found that balance, again, left hand behind the left calf, maybe the right hand as well. Perhaps the right hand is needed for balance. Maybe both are. Lovely. One more breath, inhale. And if you've got hold of the back of the calf, just release that hand, both hands down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Get comfortable in your down dog just for a moment. Breathing in. And breathing out. Hug your low belly in. Engage through those core muscles and then hover your elbows. Don't let the elbows go out to the side. Hover the forearms just above the floor. Relax your neck, look behind you. We're in the turbo dog. Keep grounding through the fingertips and stay with the breath. 5, 4, elbows in, elbows hover just above the ground. 3, 2, and 1 as the elbows come down. Thank goodness for that. And then walk the feet a little bit closer to the elbows. Ooh, find that dolphin pose. Steady yourself here as you press into the forearms. Really engage through the lats. Relax the neck. Good. Weight into the right foot. Lift that left leg up. Breathe in here. Three-legged dolphin. And then exhale. Bring the left foot down. Weight into the left foot. Inhale, right foot comes up. Ooh. And then as you breathe out, right foot comes down. Walk those feet back. Find yourself in a forearm plank. Good. Press into the forearms. You've got that little bit of protraction in the upper back. Hugging the low belly in. Looking just down in between your hands. And then slowly, knees down, thighs down. Find a sphinx. Breathe in a sphinx. This is quite a nice back bend. Ooh. Breathe out. Lower down, hands under shoulders. Press back for a couple of breaths in a child's pose. Ooh. Stretch the fingertips forwards, or if it feels better in your shoulders, bring the hands back towards your feet. That might feel nicer right now. I would normally do that routine maybe, I don't know, it depends how I'm feeling on the day, but maybe about 2 or 3 times. Just sort of get breath and movement. But we're only doing it the once today. Once on each side. Yeah. In fact, we're going to do it twice on each side. We're going to do it one more time. Sorry about that. Down forwards, tabletop. I thought it was later than it was. Downward facing dog. Good job, I know you all. Inhaling down dog. Exhale, reconnect with the breath. One more time, okay? 1 breath per move. We know where we're going now. So starting on the right side, inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Hug it up as high as you can. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in, lift it up. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, cross it over. Come into that rock star or fallen triangle. Right hand down, left arm up. Reaching the left arm forwards. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down. Right leg reaches up right away. You're flipping your dog if you choose. Coming into wild thing. Opening up, finding a nice back bend. Breathe in. And then exhale, come back to start. Come back to Vashisthasana side plank. If you want to, you can try and grab a hold of that toe, big toe. Maybe reach that leg, right leg up. Or just come to a regular Vashisthasana. It's equally as hard. Well done, lovely loss. And then pick up that right knee, look to the top of your mat, step the right foot forwards. Left hand down, right arm up, easy lunge twist. Breathe in here. And then exhale, come all the way up to a revolved high lunge. Inhale as you reach that left arm back, right arm reaching for the left thigh. Good, come back into that twist now with your left forearm on the outside of the right knee. Press the palms against each other. Good, breathe in here. And breathe out. I'm changing it up just a little bit for this second round, just because I love you all so much. Step that left foot to meet the right. Find yourself in a chair prayer twist. Good. And then lift your heels up and lower your hips down onto your heels. Good. We're setting up for a side crow. If you're new to this, just do as much as you can. Go into it as much as you can. From this position, bring both hands to the side so they're both on the right side of your mat. Chaturanga distance. Bend both elbows. I like to put the back, my right hip on my right elbow, and my left elbow is already halfway up my left thigh. And then you're going to lean forwards and look forwards. This might be where you stay, and that's fine. Otherwise, keep leaning forwards, lift your feet up, maybe stay here and breathe. Perhaps straighten that left leg and the right leg. Come into a Kundinyasana. Take one more breath, and then back to center. How are you doing? You know, I like to surprise you. Bring your hands, coming up to that chair prayer twist again. Palms together. Oh yeah. And then step that left foot back, slowly, slowly, finding yourself in a twisted lunge. Inhale here. How are we doing? Exhale, bring both hands down. I told you I'm changing it up. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in here. And exhale. We're not going to go through that turbo dog again, because we're going to do a little inversion at the end. Let's do the left side. Ready? Inhale, left leg rises. Reach up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale. Bring that elbow to knee. Inhale, reach that left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, lift it up. Breathe in, reach that left leg up. Exhale, cross that left knee over to your right tricep. Coming into your rock star, reaching the right arm up, pressing into the left hand. And then stretching the right fingertips over. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Coming into that wild thing as you reach the left leg up. Exhale, left foot behind. And then lift the hips up, finding a nice spacious heart opener. Lovely. Sorry about my back again. Come back halfway to Vashisthasana, side plank. If you did the variation holding on to your big toe, maybe you do it again on this side. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just try it. It doesn't matter. Perhaps you're taking a starfish. Be where you are. Good. Everyone, if you've got hold of the big toe, let go of it. Bend that left knee in. Step the left foot to the top of the mat. Right hand down, left arm up. Easy lunge twist. Inhale here. Ooh, this is quite fast today, isn't it? Sorry. And come all the way up to standing. A nice, coming to a revolved lunge. And then coming into that lunge twist as your right tricep comes the outside of your left leg. Palms, squeeze into touch. Get that nice lift and twist. Really prepare your body for side crow. Look forward, step your right foot to meet your left. Come into a seated chair prayer twist. And then high up on your tiptoes, bend your knees, sit your hips down. Good. And then reach both hands to the left. Try and have your hands so that they're chaturanga distance apart. You're doing exactly as you do with your chaturanga with your elbows, okay? So if you can do chaturangas, you can definitely do this. So start to lean, bend your elbows like a little tabletop and lean both your hips, the back of your left hip and the middle of your left thigh on your elbows. Look forwards, try not to look down. And this might be where you stay, or you might lift your feet, or you might stretch both legs straight. Try and keep looking forwards. Do it for 3. Stay with your breath 2. And 1. Bend the knees with control. And come back. Oh my goodness. Chair prayer twist. Come with me. Oh, well done. Oh. Pick up that right leg. Reach that right leg back. Find yourself in that chair prayer twist again. That lunge twist, I mean. Both hands come down. Downward facing dog. Oh, bring both knees down. And child's pose. Reach your arms back. Maybe turn your wrists in a few circles left and right. Mine feel like you need it right now, so maybe yours do. Maybe take a few breaths, sighing it out on the exhale. Letting the fronts of the shoulders come forwards. And really just finding a bit of nice ease in this child pose. Knees can be wide or they can be straight underneath your body if you want to feel a bit more roundness in your back. Okay. Take a few more breaths there. Remember your intention. How is it you want to feel by the end of this practice or the end of your day? Keep that intention in your mind when you go off the mat as well. Lovely, then come forwards, just sitting up. So we're going to take a back bend now. So because I know you're all really good practitioners, I'm going to give, you can choose what back bend you want to do, because not all back bends suit everybody every day. So you might want to do a supported bridge with a block, or you might prefer to do a camel pose, or you might prefer to work on your wheel pose, which is what we did last week, maybe with the blocks at the wall, or no blocks at all, or even blocks underneath your feet. I might show you the variation with the blocks underneath my feet. Just gives me that much more space. So come into whatever back bend you want. You might even want to come into a supported one over a ball. In fact, my favourite back bend is over a big fit ball, with my feet on one side and then just really opening up when I want to really just feel a bit of spaciousness without too much stress. So we're going to give ourselves a minute, or a wheel. That's great, Lisa. Just finding enough time in your back bend that you feel then you're comfortable. And you might want to come out of it and then go back in. So we've just got a minute here together to practice your back bends. If you're coming straight up into the wheel, that's great if you feel okay, but you might want to start off in a bridge first. I'm quite warm, so I'm going to come straight up into it, using the blocks underneath my feet. I'm going to stay in too long today. How are we doing? Got about another 30 seconds, so you can stay where you are, or you can come into another variation. Now I see there's a tail wagging there. The loose dog, I think. How are you doing with it, Julie? Are you feeling okay with that today? I know you got full of cold. Listen to your body. Good. And when you're ready and you've finished that back bending, just come back and find a neutral spine first of all. So I like to just lie on my back if I'm on my back with my knees together in a neutral spine, or if I'm sat upright after doing a camel, then I'll probably just sit in a dandasana, a staff pose with my legs out straight, my hands by my side, just to get that sort of a little bit of neutral spine before I go into a forward fold towards the end of practice. Good. Wherever you are, now come up to a seat. Cross the ankles. Now we're going to come into a pigeon pose, nice hip openers before we come into our inversion. So find downward facing dog. Of course you can do figure four lying on the floor if you like. Good. Let's start with the right side, reach the right leg up. Maybe bend and open the hip, ground through the left foot. I just like to do this to remind myself. I know it's compression in this hip, but I'm just getting a little bit of space first, making sure everything feels comfortable. And then I come down, right knee comes just behind the right wrist. And so you can go wherever you're with your front heel, either closer in or further out, depends on your knee. And then straighten your left leg back. Maybe stay in a proud pigeon if you want to, or maybe come into a sleeping pigeon straight away. Or maybe finding a mermaid if you think your body wants that, by bending the back knee, leading onto the right hip a little bit more, and reaching around, taking a hold with the elbow around the foot, and then the other arm comes. Depends on how your shoulders feel, really. Some days this just feels lovely to me, and other days I just think, no, give me a sleeping pigeon. So go where your body wants to go. Try different things, it's your practice. We're all here just sharing it. Whatever you're doing on your mat, see if you can just connect in with that breath there. Lovely. Next breath in. Wherever you are in pigeon. Come back out of it. Plant the hands. And step back to downward facing dog. Ooh. Maybe pedal out the feet, maybe move that knee, that hip in circles before we go on to the other side. And then onto the left side. So reach the left leg out. Try and do exactly what you did on the other side. I'm going to open the hip first. So just come into your mouse pigeon, whatever variation you're doing today. Then that left knee. And I'm going to try and find balance by coming into a mermaid on this side as well. So in my mermaid, I really need to feel grounded into my bent knee hip, otherwise I'm going to wobble and put too much pressure on that knee. So sometimes I even lean over a little bit onto that hip. It's not really a symmetrical pose. Always be mindful of how your back feels if you're doing this. Good. And then just stay and breathe, taking wherever you are. Feeling good about it. If you're a sleeping pigeon, just think about really relaxing into the mat. And then everyone take another couple of breaths in, breathing in. Maybe sighing out, remembering that gratitude that you had for something or someone today. And then come all the way back up. Hands come underneath your shoulders, tuck that back toe and downward facing dog. Maybe again circling the hip, bending the knee, or easing out any tension there. And then come down onto your knees. And we're going to take 2 minutes now for an inversion, whatever inversion you want. It might be legs up the wall, it might be a down dog, or it might be a headstand, or a forearm balance if you've got the wall near you and you want to go and use it for 2 minutes. I'll call you out after 2 minutes. If you're working with headstand, try your best just to press down into your forearms so that if I were to be there, I could slide a little bit of paper underneath your head so that you're not putting too much pressure on your neck. So that's all those turbo dogs. We didn't do too many today, but they're really to get that strength to protect your neck. We want to be doing yoga till we're really old. Lovely, lovely headstands, gorgeous. And if you're really proficient at headstands, you might like to take different leg variations. I'm timing this now, so you're nearly up to a minute. So you might like to take, you might like to bring the soles of your feet together and the knees out to the side like a Baddha Konasana, or you might like to straighten your legs, one forward, one back in scissors. You might like to just stay where you are, or practice even with piking, bringing your legs halfway, holding a pike. Whenever you finish your inversion, come into a child's pose. You've got 1 more minute left, just under. So I'm pushing the ground away to really lift my head up, really giving myself a bit of time away from the ground on my head. Even if you just do this a few times, gradually just build up the strength. You've got about 20 more seconds. So inversions are really good at just sort of bringing us into the present moment and stopping our monkey minds a little bit. When you're ready, coming out of your inversion, I think everybody is. Slowly and steadily, well done, Lisa. And come back, find a child's pose, Lisa. If you're still in your inversion, make sure you find a child's pose. If you're in shoulder stand, maybe go to Halasana or come down. I can't see quite what you're doing, Lou, but I'm not sure if it was shoulder stand. And then stay in your child's pose just for a few more breaths if you've only just come down. Everyone else come all the way over, sitting onto your hips, coming into a nice wide leg, nice bit of stretching. We'll do more stretching next time. I just wanted to be a bit selfish today. It'd be my favourite practice. So let's do a nice side body stretch. If you want, like we did last week, you can bend one knee and hold on to the ankle and then reach the other arm. So we're going over to the right leg, reach the left arm towards the right toe. This feels quite nice to me, but you might prefer to do it both legs out straight and just resting your right elbow down. Start to open your left shoulder and then maybe reach your left hand for your toes. Maybe just open up like this, that's fine, as long as you're looking up towards the ceiling and not down towards the floor. Yeah, so just the objective of having that nice sort of openness in the side of your torso. Stay with that breath again. Breathing in and breathing out. Take about 3 more breaths here, inhaling. And exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath, inhaling and exhale. Come all the way back to centre. Just pause for a moment and then take the other side. So whatever you did, if you bent the knee, do the same thing. And then turn and open. So I'm opening my right shoulder up first, really snuggling my left shoulder on the inside of that left leg, reaching my right arm over. So one side is probably going to feel slightly different to the other. Yeah, really nice way to open up, looking underneath, finding that space in the right side. About 3 more breaths. Breathing in and exhale. And 2, inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and breathing out. As we come all the way back to centre, or just pause for a moment. And then a nice forward fold. So you can do it with your legs wide open if you want, or if you'd rather bring your feet together and come forwards in Paschimottanasana, then go ahead with that. That's my legs wide apart. So come a little bit forwards on your sit bones and sort of get in there that lovely, juicy flesh out of the way. And walk your hands forwards, maybe come onto your elbows. Toes can point up towards the ceiling still if you want to have active legs. And just let yourself breathe into this, so don't force ever, just let your breath sort of take you there. And we'll just take about 5 more breaths here, really nice, slow, deep breaths. And I dare you to say that lovely kind thing to yourself again. As though you're telling somebody who you really, really love something that they're really good at, or they're special at, or that they are. And the next breath in, come back to the centre. Hold on to the outsides of your thighs. Bring your knees into your chest. And then lower yourself down onto the mat. We're just going to take a little twist each side. So straighten your left leg, hug that right knee in, get a nice compression there. And then hold on to the outside of the right knee with your left hand and bring that right knee across your body. Right hand out to the side and just turn and gaze over the right fingertips. let go of any control of your breath, just let it move in and out. If your mind's already busy with the next thing, that's okay. Just be aware of it, bring it back to being here, just for a little bit longer. And then come back up to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a loving squeeze, Apanasana. And then straighten your right leg, hold on to the outside of your left knee and bring that left knee across your body. The left arm out to the side and your gaze over there to the left fingertips. And then come back to center. Hug both knees in again. Take any last little movement you need to. And then if you can, finding a brief Shavasana. I know how hard it is when you're at home in your own environment. If you can, just give yourself just a few minutes of stillness or even a few seconds. Just let everything go, be held. Thank you for joining me. I love you all. Miss you all. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye bye, darling. See you.